Hello, this is Primal Quay, and I've just got back from work. Trying my very best to go on this whopping great big massive media blackout so that I can watch the Sony conference not live. This is a while ago because, like I said on my Twitter, I was I was absolutely too knackered to do anything. Even though I kind of ended up not being able to sleep anyway all the time, so I could have watched it, but even then I knew I had work, a lot of work to I managed to do what I just about managed to do anyway. We are watching the Sony conference, or is it really not really a conference at all, it's more of a media showcase. What's happening here? I don't know if it's actually a reference to a certain thing that they showed a couple of E3s ago, done by Medium Molecule, and to do with dreams. I actually thought this was actually going to start here, but we seem to be waiting a little bit longer, which it's a bit of an issue. I didn't know this was going to happen, but you know what? Oh, well, wait, no, never mind. I spoke too soon. I think we're getting this thing started.
Please welcome Sean Layden.
You know, there's always a conference after all. So I suppose it's a little meeting showcase. Anyways,
good evening, everyone.
There's the man, the moment.
And thank you for making the time tonight to come to church.
Okay.
This fulfills your obligation for the coming
This
Sunday.
is
For those of you who need to know that.
Interesting.
But thank you for coming out. It's great to see the congregation as large as it is tonight under this single tent. And for those of you who may be a bit apprehensive because you remember that movie Kingsman.
It's nice and intimate. I'm just
not
sure about the acoustics, honestly.
But no, again, thank you.
Yeah, some things that works really well in the church. I'm not sure if a gaming press conference is one of them. But you know what? I'll say no more about that.
You know, we look at what the stories have to tell, and some of the key titles we've talked about before. But we're going to
So I wonder if this is going to be like the 2017 one, which was just basically game after game after game after game after game, with very little explanation, very little information, and just dates sometimes. I have to admit I wasn't that big a fan of that, and you know, if they're doing the same sort of thing again, I hope they
our teams of creatives and studios and designers.
I have to kind of hope that they do kind of elaborate a bit on these, you know.
This coming year,
just a little bit, you know, not like most of the other conferences where they basically give you like 15-minute demos of the game when you're like, and we move on to the next thing.
Created here in Los Angeles to let you start that journey with
us. It's going to be kind of interesting what they're actually going to show. Obviously they're going to be showing, you know, games that were sort of showcased probably the last E3, and possibly the E3 before that, and possibly the E3 before that, and possibly the E3 before that, and maybe even the launch. You know, it's sometimes they just go way back. But anyways, okay, something's going on here. It's a real church. Okay, a little bit of ukulele action. Okay, sorry, I know it's a banjo. Yay, banjo Kazooie going onto platform, woohoo! Only on PlayStation 4, oh wait. Okay, enough faffing about. this might be more to do with possibly The Last of Us, the sequel or something. Or Days Gone. I have no idea. I don't recognise the tune. If you do recognise the tune and you're angry at me that I'm not recognising the tune right now, I'm sorry. When it comes to modern games, I don't know what it is with some of the soundtracks, and they kind of meld into each other half the time. I think the last E3, 2017, they had the sitars. They had a bunch of sitars with a bunch of sand going around. So there you go, Sony like their strings. I like their string instruments. And that one lasted an absolute donkey's age as well. It's not that I don't appreciate these musical. I mean, if I do post the Bethesda conference before then, you'll know that I actually like the tune, but there was the whole entire bleed performance for this even showed the naivety of the game, and that was a little bit frustrating. Okay, more than a bit frustrating. And there's a problem, you know, he's playing a nice somber tune on the banjo, and I don't even know what it is. So I'm kind of losing my rag a bit here. Well, not losing my rag. I'm appreciating the nasty of the strings. Just, you know, we're going to see the game now. At least it wasn't an entirely long performance like the other one was. Let's put it that way. Well done, man, whoever you are. Don't worry, I'll put the name at the bottom if I find out who he is. If I even bother. Oh no, someone hit the light! Ah! Hold on to your bucket. And indeed, it is indeed showcasing horses. You're growing up now.
I hate these things. Another big lecture about my patrols. Don't go here, don't go there. It's funny how involved it gets whenever you're scheduled to go out.
Yeah.
So I don't know too much about how much longer it's been after the first game. The question is, is this in engine or is this just CG?
Make it 1 week.
Hey, don't forget we leave at first light, so get some rest.
Yes, sir. Such a dick. Come on. Why don't you start with me?
I think they should be terrified of me.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I can see a certain contingent of the gaming community now. Oh god. Seriously, step away from the keyboards, that's all I'm going to say. Anyways. I hope that's improved your moods. Anyways. Well, that was, that was certainly something. Something to start on. It's going to be kind of ironic when you see, when you know, first you see an intimate scene like that, then transitions to Ellie basically garroting someone in the throat, and a whole bunch of people saying, "Oh, thank God!" Which is like totally the opposite reaction. So you see like that. My God. I'm guessing this is a live gameplay demo now. I'm not even guessing. It's kind So this is essentially very much along the lines of the last sort of cinematic that we saw. I think the second one that we saw, or the second trailer we saw of Last of Us 2. Oh, Last of Us, the Last of Us. It's a Michael Crichton book. Was it John? I forget. Never mind. Takeo is also as you expect from Naughty Dog, although that fire looked a bit weird. Oh boy. Is she? Wait, no. Hoping for kind of flame. Kind of wonder how far they will actually push this technology. The grass reacting. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Well, that was well played. I'd have been a bit impatient and gone for the kneecaps. So tempting. Yeah, that probably would have been deserving ammo. Oh, I'm still thinking about that one. I've got a flipping arrow in me. Cut it. Still kind of wonder how much of this is event driven. Like, could you possibly miss through that bottle? I just kind of wonder how these things work when you've got people behind you as well. How do you know they're not actually in your sight? You know, that their line of sight. None of these things are usually fixed. How many people are waiting for the pillars? Ouch. Wait, okay, what's this? Just to make sure that just literally part of the story, as it were. Oh wait, never mind, we're back to this game.
See, I told you. He should be terrified.
Yeah, they should be interesting. Well, I'm sure a lot of people won't look at sort of intimate rooms like that in the same way again. Jeez. And this is where the show really starts, right?
That was a new
And of course,
look
usually
at The
me,
Last
I
of
missed
Us
it.
Part 2
I missed the
premieres
date.
live in Los Angeles at
indeed
the
do
PlayStation
already.
E3 showcase. We're taking a quick intermission while folks move along to the next part of the experience. We'll have a little bit more to share on that later. And I am joined by my good friend, Ryan Clements.
Hello, Mr. Schumann.
How are you?
I'm good. It's such a pleasure to be here
It's
at the
been
PlayStation Showcase.
basically
And it's going to be a huge night for Worldwide Studios a little
it
later
seems
when
to
the
be
showcase
truncated by
resumes. And
interviews.
what better guest to have for joining us about Worldwide Studios than the chairman of Worldwide Studios, Mr. Sean Layden. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good to be here.
I thought you were just on stage. How did you get up here so fast?
We created this pneumatic tube that I was dropped into and
flung
shot
right-
right across to the studio here.
Right over here.
So,
Well, it's good to have you.
Well, it's great to be here.
You know
And
what
I
I'm
think
going
that
to
was a very,
do? Not to be nasty or
very
anything, but
powerful
that
step.
I
One of the things I wanted to mention
think
was,
I might have to
I get a lot of tweets
skip
about
ahead.
New Game Plus.
If you
You know,
don't
is this
mind.
something that you...
Okay, and we're back. And it looks like we're seeing a remastered Black Ops. Is this essentially what we're seeing here, or is this just going to be exclusive to the Black Ops 4 with IV plus they look at like that? As I said before, a couple of videos ago.
Back in black maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 only when you pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 4 from PlayStation Store.
Oh,
Welcome
okay.
back. We are having.
What's happening?
That's
Good
right.
to have you guys back.
Yeah,
good to be back.
Friendly
Yeah.
faces right before the showcase.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
this
excellent.
is
So I say we keep this
interesting.
moving here, and when it comes to Call of Duty, we know that a bunch of
And honestly, a
remastered
little
maps
bit
from Black
awkward.
Ops 1 and Call of Duty Black
Let's
Ops
let's
4 this
get back
October
to this
on launch
individual
day.
bit. Let's just see what's
But
actually
what we
else
just
is
learned
going to be
here
going
is
on.
that those maps. So
like
tonight
planned it.
we are actually doing a surprise PlayStation Plus game drop, and that is going to be Black Ops 3. Black
wait a
Ops
minute,
3
this is a bit
is
of
coming to
information.
PlayStation Plus later tonight.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, very nice. This is why I love E3, because not only do we get to share awesome news with our
Right,
audience,
so
but
Call of Duty
PlayStation Plus
Black Ops
subscribers
3.
get a little treat.
It's still
little
just
tasty
doing
treat.
that.
Right, little
Yeah.
little
That's a
mid
bit-
E3 supply drop for
Yeah,
you there.
there you
Okay.
go.
Welcome back. We're just a few minutes away from the E3 PlayStation Showcase. I mean, when I say a few minutes, I mean we're really. So let's
Oh,
keep
I
moving here. There was
see.
a lot of
You
great
know
stuff
what?
here. Oh, and we can
I
see
think
the
I know what's
crowd
going on
is
here.
seated. The people are about
didn't
ready to
even
go.
start.
This
I thought
show's
that
about to
that was
continue, about
actually
to move into the
start.
big event.
Yeah, it was great to see the countdown
So
stuff, but I
weird.
do think that there's like maybe one more thing we
Anyways,
can sneak in there before we cut
Yeah,
right
I
to
think
the
I'm
showcase.
going to have to
Yeah.
kind of restart this. And we're back again. I think this time it's really starting. That was a bit of a false start. I was like, oh, what's going on here? But I think this time we are actually in the conference. Okay, so it is a conference. I was completely totally wrong, or someone was. No, I just didn't read it quite right. But well, I'm going from a banjo to a pipe flute. Okay. Oh, whatever it is. I don't know. Well, obviously it's showcasing a new game. Just find out what it is. Is this going to be another lengthy performance? I was thinking, I didn't mind sort of the performances. Just thought for a bit they kind of outstayed their welcome bit here. So basically they moved to a church, even though it was a kind of a tent, to another tent with a bigger screen. Okay. Judging by the wide screen angle of it, I wonder if this is actually going to be showcasing the VR title. Well, why not now? It's getting dark. Oh no, that was just a backdrop, and I'm again overthinking things. And people are now, last I showed the game, gold. Actually, given the kind of the sort of the atmosphere of this, I wonder if this is actually showcasing a new
Temple's close.
Neo game. So this is live gameplay now we're looking at. We're just looking from one voice to another. Okay. Doom Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Wait, no, sorry. Okay, stop it. This seems to be happening quite a lot. Jeez. This is Tomb Raider as well. I think Tomb Raider was the first one to do it. I'm not necessarily totally the first one, but yeah.
Nobu, come.
Right, grass. Oh, they're not. Just some kind of meat. I forget exactly what it's called. Well, it seemed feature a lot in these games these days. It's because you've got technology to do so. Okay. Quick draw. Oh, this one's got a shield, so what do you do? Well, I mean, that's one way of doing it as well. Yeah. Blocking with your spear? I'll just chop your arm off.
Where's the monk?
The bastards beat me to him. Now they're torturing
I
him
think
at
that's
the temple.
actually a gameplay element.
Come on. We need him, Masako.
There hasn't been an animation to that bit. Looked a bit rough, in all honesty.
Down.
It definitely isn't what I thought it was. So a lot of stabbing involved, but that's what you expect when there's Japan swords and Ronin is concerned. It did indeed exactly what it was. That's something I'm kind of digging the art direction. What's me in mind of?
Please, I do not.
I know he's knowing the same thing, but hero. Kind of red colour motif.
Masako!
Stand aside, Jin. You betrayed my family.
Run! If we fight, Mongols win.
They already won.
You were my friend.
Give.
I have to say, whatever this game is, it's very Sony. Big drop. Some particle effects. So there's even quick time events, but there's no prompts on it. Ghost of Tsushima. Right, sucker punch. Yep. Yep, I was wrong on all counts. So this is Sucker Punch's new game. So, and the first party Sony title. Yeah, I said it's very Sony. Yeah, that looked cool. And what is this? More strings! Sony love their strings. I'm just kidding, by the way. Unless you're flipping violin, and that's kind of weakens me. I was just kidding, like, nope, more strings. Okay, fine. Gold.
The oldest house is a shifting place. There are rules and rituals. You can keep traveling deeper.
Nice gun. So is this their answer to Quantum Break or something? Not going that distance, just more in terms of the manipulation of temporal elements. that was an interesting thing to show. Was that part on that part of the set? Control. Oh, where is he? Oh, okay. So right off the bat to new IP. That was cool. Again, very little information. So this is starting to feel a little bit like Sony's last conference, which, you know, they're going from game to game to game, but with very little information, if at all. Not so sure about that. Okay, obviously a mouse or rail or something. Very small. Oh god, waste of ouch. Never mind.
Stay back, sir. I've got this.
Oh, I've got a flipping bleeding shelf on me bonds for Pete's sakes. Ouch. Ow. 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 Is this Resident Evil? It is. Oh, Leon's wait, this is a Resident Evil 2, isn't it? It's a retelling, or is this just a straight out remake? Because I think, yeah, they did say that was going to be one of the games. I have to admit, I have been on complete, total, utter media blackout. I've only had hints. I haven't actually seen what the games are, or what they look like, and you know what they're actually showcasing. But I did hear, you know, a little bead told me that there was a Resident Evil 2 remake going on here, so this must be it. And holy shit, it looks
But we never meant for this to happen.
better than I expected it to be.
It's coming back.
RE2. Is this? I think this is the first time we've got an actual rapturous applause from the audience, which says a lot. Oh, you've got a date, January 25th, 2019. Yes, pre-order today. Here we go. Oh no! It's like, at last it picked up. I think in this kind of sense, this was like the last Sony conference. Oh my god, what on earth? More instruments, trumpet this time, weird polygonal character. I can see what the
And the co-creator of Rick and Morty.
motif is here now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bathtub Guy. Give it a look.
Yeah, don't do that, kids.
Oh, there's some action platform stuff.
He's a trained professional blob thing.
I'm the Bathtub Guy. I'm that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually. It does.
Oh, cool cucumber over here playing this cool game.
And that's why you don't play bathtub,
Jesus Christ!
kids.
Oh my God! Somebody call 711 because that's the emergency dial number for this in this weird.
I think you need new glasses, mate.
This is the sci-fi-based thing.
I'm not sure what option I should actually deal with that load of nonsense, but Traverse the universe. Okay, that looked a bit weird. Didn't tell me what exactly type of game it was either. See, this is the thing that's going to start annoying me now, isn't it?
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Hey, more Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's a real shame we don't have a bigger ship.
Is that big enough for you, mate? So I guess this is the one thing now I'm actually really look forward to in this game, that they can actually pull off even more universes than just the cartoon ones now. And it makes you wonder if we'll see a Star Wars universe in here now, isn't it? I wonder if EA will have something to say about that though. Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's Disney's IP. They can do what they want with it.
Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship when said pirate offers to confabulate. I am looking
Those dreads, man.
for a box.
They have come for us.
I noticed even in the last
Farewell.
the last trailer shows in the Microsoft console that they only had voiceover as well. I mean, they didn't have actual sort of Foley effects or anything. Oh, it's just more story stuff, which I'm not really trying to follow because, well, Kingdom Hearts, for its sakes, cover all the...
Realize what destiny has in store for you.
That was not good. Wow. What development is going on there, I wonder. And I will only wonder. Yep, January 29th. Oh my gosh. That's close to February. Like I said, February's going to be packed, man. So, once again, more remasters. Jeez. Okay. I get it. Kingdom Hearts 2.9.5.6.7. Oh boy. I mean, at least they're releasing Kingdom Hearts 3. Now. Sir. Thank you. Oh, here we go. I think this is what we all wanted to see. Well, the baby's down someone's esophagus, but the point of that was this. This is what we wanted to see.
Tears. Chiral allergy. So, you have dooms like me.
I can't help you with that. I make deliveries. That's all.
It's just the whole idea of what sort of world it actually is, what sort of realm he's moving in. You know, it's like an alien world, or is it just something made up entirely of, I don't know, people's conscious, or if it's just totally dreams. I don't know. All I know is that it's weird. It's very Kojima. It's also doing something with like sort of, you know, realistic graphics that is actually interesting. You know, rather than just purely recreating reality, they're actually, you know, they're actually putting design into it. They're actually putting, you know, like a lot of different contrasts to, you know, to tie together in like an actual, you know, art style. That, you know, in this case, you know, there's a lot of greenery and a lot of life, but there's just also a heck of a lot of just muck. But not much just to look like, you know, sort of, ow, that's got hurt. You know, not much just to look like, you know, linear mapping, parallax mapping, load of nonsense. But like actual muck. And of course they're doing very interesting things with the character. That, you know, not as it's own its own possible in making this sort of environment. Right, certainly helps. Pretty sure I recognise a face of someone. Although, you know, other than the fact that he's just walking around, you know, sort of smiling back, well, this real time, I still kind of wonder what the gameplay actually is. It's not certainly not Metal Gear. Now we're more kind of Finland territory. The last trailer. So now after in this place we're actually looking at actual gameplay. Oh boy. Secrets of the Strange. Fresh fetus, what?
You still don't know who I am, do you?
Who are you?
Oh, we're back to the whales again. Back to the domestic animal background. I'm going to face taking this. Okay, well, that was predictably awesome. Not a moment wasted there. And then we follow up with Koei Tecmo. Wait, well, never mind. I think this will be Neo. Because, yeah, I heard about that as well. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That has got to hurt. Yep, Neo 2. Any gameplay? Any gameplay? Giggity giggity? No? Okay, fine. Okay, I keep seeing this. I'm pretty sure is this Lincoln to Dreams? Is that what all these motifs are?
What's your status?
Already here.
Okay, we get to see more of Spider-Man.
Let's go.
Look out!
And of course we got I was like Trevor, I'm forgetting his name. I was forgetting his name, yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that guy. Jamie Foxx.
Welcome to the park. Just in time for the fireworks.
Although he looks more like Troy Bryan there for some reason.
Looks like we made parole, boys. Everyone just quietly go back into your cells and lock the door behind you.
And I'm beating the crap out of this guy in midair. Okay, I really like these. Okay. I'm even asking how I actually built up. What happened? Let me guess quick time events. Rhino. Is this going to be all the Insidious 6 or are we just doing these two right now? Oh, wait, no, never mind.
This is too good to be true.
Alright, who's next?
Don't let up! Lost you for a second there. You okay?
I'll keep tracking electrical.
Okay, so this is
Come on, Spider-Man. I thought this was a chase.
outcome.
Gotta stop this guy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If you tell me who you're working for, I'll go easy on you.
That's certainly not fantastic. Even that very brain
Nobody ever takes me up on that offer. Gotcha.
Oh, wait, no, never mind.
We're going to have so much fun. Sorry, no time to talk.
Okay, I count 4 so far. Gold.
That makes 5 of your worst enemies that are now on the loose.
For a second there, I thought you were serious.
I am serious.
Oh my god. This better be gameplay. Always be tell for the variety, even if this is. What I mean, what makes games?
How do you like my new suit? Dashing. Where'd you get it?
Smart. They do look like, I like that rhino.
Remember, he said not to kill him. Good idea. In fact, we don't have to do this at all if you don't want to. We definitely want
to. Ouch. Oh, well, never mind. I wonder. That was cool. That was cool. Have to admit. Oh, people say, well, that's not going to sell. I'm looking at that now and I think, it'll sell.
I think they should be terrified.
There's life on PS4 yet with games like that. But the only thing is like 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's stuff like Death Stranding and Spider-Man and a couple of others. I don't know. I was going to talk about sales potential and everything, but there is life yet, and this kind of shows it. On the other hand, the new IP, I'm not sure about. And that I'm going to stop now because there's going to be more words and stuff. Anyway, so I'm got to be honest with you. I'm not sure if that was much better than last year. In the sense, it was just more games. I don't know, this kind of interesting sort of motif that didn't seem to build to anything. I thought it was actually going to build to anything, but it didn't, unfortunately, unless that kind of try and say it's kind of built around that. And yeah, what they showed, a lot of it looked good. They showed some new IP. They showed Resident Evil 2 remake, which was kind of I expected to see, but it does look good. It's kind of weird that it seems to have been in kind of bits. So the first one we see was Last of Us 2, but it was somewhere else, and led by Banjo, and then we get to see the main sort of event, and it was led by Pipes, and a fairly flashy new IP, which I've now completely forgotten what it was called. Oh dear, that's not a good sign, isn't it? Really. But yeah, it looked rather nice, and like I said, it's very Sony, and that's that's all I can say. Death Stranding, Spider-Man actually looked fun. There were some other games in there which are, again, I'm not completely sure because they're hardly showing any gameplay of it, for Pete's sake. So it's just, again, it's something that is actually kind of annoying me with these sort of things. They seem to be kind of selective in what game that they're actually showing gameplay of now, and it's just mostly sort of cinematics and tech and all of that kind of stuff, which it's fine. It's showing the power of the PlayStation 4, and I can almost count on one hand how many of those ran at 60 frames per second and look like a sort of gaming environment that I could be running around in and having fun with. And I think, again, like last year, the actual stuff they showed, compared to what Microsoft was showing, was a heck of a lot more interesting. The way they presented it in the Microsoft show compared to the Sony this Sony showcase was just better. I suppose in one sense you can say, oh, well, no, because they just showed absolutely tons. They waffled on a whole load about stuff and that we don't really care about. Well, I mean, they're kind of doing the same thing here, but in sort of interview form. They're kind of separating it, which, I suppose, if you prefer that sort of thing, is okay. I don't think it actually did it for me. Just like in 2017, like I said, what they showed in the games was interesting and it looked really good, but they kind of did it in a way like and. However, the only few interesting things there were the stuff where they actually did properly follow up. One with gameplay, two, with stuff in the game that is actually sort of, especially in the established franchises, and 8. Most of the time, that's what they were after. Instead, cinematic things of cinematic stuff for things that you've already seen, and once again, going by past shows is like with those other ones that just show that how long is it going to be before you actually see them. As actual games, when they're actually going to be released, when you're actually playing them on your PS4, it's just like, oh boy. I mean, I suppose you could say the same about some of the stuff in the Microsoft conference, but most of the stuff they showed, they gave dates, they obviously got more info on when it's available, if it's available on Game Pass, and what platforms, and so on and such and this. Did it echo a lot less? So to the point of whether it was a good conference, it was Sony, well, should I say showcase? I'm not calling it conference anymore. Let's call it a showcase. And now I kind of understand what they mean. It's just literally game after game after game after game. If you want to find out more information about it, well, it's out there. Internet, all you have to do is go out there and into their site and look, or watch this interview, which I'll probably going to do in a minute, maybe not, because I actually want to get to the next conference because I'm kind of behind. Anyways, so that is my view on it. What's your view on the Sony conference? What are you most looking forward to there? Is it Last of Us 2? Is it Spider-Man? Is it Resident Evil 2? Is it any of those new IP that they show? What do you think of Death Stranding? Is it a little bit more understandable to you now? Or you just are happy to get lost in Kojima's wackiness and grit? Because there seems to be a heck of a lot of it there. Very, very tasty indeed. So yeah, with your thoughts about that in the comments, and what did you think of this format overall? Is it something we want Sony to be more doing, or do you want them to develop on it a bit more, or do you just want them to be doing like a proper press conference? Because that's almost what I'm feeling at a particular moment in time. Anyways, enough about that. Well, there'll be more E3 content from me, especially coming from a certain company that's going to be on next, but it's going to be kind of out of order in this sense. So who knows what's going to show up next after this. But until then, thanks for watching, and keep on playing, folks. Oh, sorry. Were you after a grade? I don't do grades. That's sort of my thing. Okay, if I had to be pressed, I would say that the Sony showcase, because that was it was once again quite well presented. Sony are masters of presentation. in their own right. But I think in this case, it was just a little bit kind of weird because they did one bit in one place and then they went to kind of a break and then did, you know, the almost the rest of it in another place. And then that was a little bit weird. I have to admit, I'm not sure how that one was. Maybe, you know, it's once again them just trying to be different, and fair enough. It just felt a bit weird to me. Like I said before, the way they sort of like put the information, try keeping it outside of the actual showcase, I suppose, it's something that we kind of have to get used to. I suppose that's how that works. And that's it really. I mean, all I have to say is it's kind of interesting because, you know, other than Battletoads, which was awesome, the other really sort of hype moment for me in the Microsoft conference was Devil May Cry 5 showing up. And in this conference, it seems like Resident Evil 2 Remake was pretty much hype as well. You know, that was pretty much a joy to see. And it's kind of making me, Capcom seems to be holding up the sort of the platform holder conferences really rather well. I wonder if they'll do a hat trick with the Nintendo Direct. Who knows? Anyways, that's all I've got to say about that.